Ethical Decision Making by William Daniel. Ethical issue intensity is one of the first major steps in making any kind of ethical decision. And the ethical issue intensity is how relevant the actual issue is to the eyes of the individual or the people that are affected by it. The individual factors that go into making any kind of ethical decision are really based off of what we know in our core values, and they're often learned from just our outside world experiences and really influenced by our workplace and how we are raised. Even though people can make their own ethical decisions, a lot of people have found that you're really influenced by the values of your workplace, your group members if you're working in a group, and these are often called just organizational factors. Opportunity is the chance for the employees of an organization to make the correct ethical decisions, but only if the higher ups in the organization give them the chance to. Ethical issues are kind of in the league of their own when it comes to certain kinds of dilemmas and issues because you don't really know if you made the right decision till it's too late to change anything about it. And that's why it's so important to get it on the first time and to know what you're doing. All these big organizations and institutions and stuff like that are really what teach people what values are important in society. And that's why it's very important for the big organizations and stuff to be very ethical and make the right decisions when it comes down to it. Political, economic, and social institutions help organizations determine principles and values for appropriate conduct in society. Ethical issue intensity, individual factors, organizational factors, and opportunity all are kind of the factors that really make up making an ethical decision. And the more you understand those factors, the better you are at making them. Also, experience is one of the best teachers you can have when it comes to making ethical decisions. The ethical decision making model isn't really that strict. It's more along the lines of just being a guideline to aim you in the right direction for making the right choice or the right decision in the situation you're given. The first step of making any ethical decision correctly is to gather the facts. Don't just go into it blindly. Get as much information as you possibly can. And second, define the actual ethical issue, even if, because there may not be one in the first place. It could just be a really bad misunderstanding. The third step in making any ethical decision is identify the affected party. Just find out who is affected by it and what it does to them. And fourth is identify the consequences. Look at both the positive and negative effects of the problem and the solution you come up with. Step 5 in the ethical decision-making process is identify the relevant principles, rights, and justice issues in the situation. I.e., what principles, rights are people going to have issues with, and what is the one that is causing the issue. The sixth step of the ethical decision-making process is consider your character and integrity. Consider what your relevant community members or someone you think has very high integrity and would make the right decision would do in this situation and help it guide you to what you think is the right answer. Step 7 is to think outside the box and just always have a backup answer to whatever you come up with. Like if you have an A and a B, come up with a C and a D maybe, just so people don't back you into a corner. And 8, go with your gut. Use your intuition. There's a reason that's there. There's a reason that helps you a lot, and it's pretty much a survival instinct. So go with it. The final step in the ethical decision-making process is just decide on your course of action and prepare responses for anyone who opposes your point of view. And here are my references. Thank you, and have a good day.